What's up, Mr. Taylor? We're back at these problems, and what I caught in my last video was actually that it's not rule number 2. It's actually new rule number 3, where no radicals can be in the denominator, and then I have to rationalize it. So that's my bad. I thought that it was the other way around, but jumping right into this, we could tell that it violates rule number 3. And that's pretty obvious given that there's a radical right here. So what we need to do is we need to rationalize this. We need to multiply this with the numerator and denominator. So go times. Okay. oh, shoot. Thank goodness I caught myself. So obviously, what you see here is there's something different. That I didn't exactly multiply the same exact term right here. I didn't multiply the same exact term because you can see there's a negative, and there's two positives. And the reason why we want to do this is that if we roll right here with negative times a positive, that's gonna end up as a negative. And this started out as a negative, right? So we don't want to do negative times negative because that'll be positive, and we want to keep this as close to this as possible, but rationalizing the radical. So given that, I gotta move this. So 2 over 3 minus radical 5 times 3 plus radical 5 over 3 plus radical 5. Okay, so we're gonna work with the numerator first. And what I like to do first is just put in parentheses as simple as possible, because we're going to use that 2 in a second, and this 2 is going to come in handy. We don't have to do any sloppy work. Forgot to move that. So 2 times 3 plus radical 5 is just this. It's just this. And then for these two, this is going to be pretty easy. So what we are going to do is going to use FOIL. And what we're going to do here is we've learned this chapters 7, 8. I honestly don't know. Actually, I do. It was this semester. I'm just tired. So 3 times 3 is 9. Because remember, we want to do front, 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 back, back, front, back, back. So 3 times 3 is 9, okay? And then 3 times radical 5 is positive radical 5, because we can't plug these in together. It can't be radical 15. So, excuse me. After this, we're going to have to do back front, and back front will be negative radical 5 times 3. So what's that going to be? It's just going to be opposite of this. It's going to be negative 3 radical 5. And then this one's pretty easy. It's just 2 radicals. So negative and a positive are negative, correct? And what's 5 times 5? 25. So it would be negative radical 25. And everyone knows what negative radical 25 is. I'm going to have to reposition my camera down here. Okay, so we're having 2, 3 plus, that's correct, right? And then we're going to simplify all of this. So up here, as you can see, that these two are canceled out. So we don't even need to worry about these. Just cross these out. So what are we left with? Now this we could simplify. That's just 5. And this is just 9. So we'll play it simple right now. We'll just play it simple here. But in a minute, let's do equals. And as you can see here, these are the same. These are same given. They're not radical. They don't have different terms. We could subtract them. And it's going to be what? 9 minus 5 is what? 4? Okay. And then 2, 3 plus radical 5. Now, remember what I said about that 4. about that too, and that how we weren't going to multiply it into here. Well, that's because this can easily be canceled out. No extra work, because if we were to plug it into here, that would have been so much work we had to gone through, probably another whole step. So we just like knocked out one step basically. So what does that equal? 3 plus radical 5 over 2. And that's number 13 for you.